man? How do you
advertisement approach, man? Like I do a million things. I probably do way more things than the average. Of course, like the social medias, man. Like I put a lot of stuff on my social medias. Of course, that's a given right there. But coming from that that mixtape era, that DJ mixtape era, man. Like I'm still, you know.
Big shit, do it, 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 big shit, do it.
All right. Welcome back, watchers and listeners. You are now tuned into your new favorite three. This is the Triple S Show, the Steel Sharp and Steel Show podcast. Please allow us to introduce ourselves.
What it do? It's the artist, Mr. Thomas, in the house. Let's get it.
Can I fly home? Food for thought entertainment. Brain food babies. Let's go.
It is your boy, Bake Banks, in the building. Y'all know how we do. Very special one tonight. Mr. Thomas, how about you? Let the people know what we got going on, man.
Yes, indeed, brother. Yes, indeed. We got a brother rocking with us today, man. It's my peoples, man. We go all the way back to the dirt with it.
Way
you know
back.
what I'm saying? This guy is a DJ. He's a videographer, man. He's an event guy. He's pretty much a jack of all trades, man. The one and only Sunfire in the building.
DJ Sunfire in the house. What's up, homie? What's happening, homie? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
So first off, I don't want to say the DJ, you still go by DJ or is the DJ gone? Is it just Sunfire now or DJ Sunfire?
I mean, it's like the OG name, man. Like people gonna call me that forever, man. Like even if I tell people not to call me that, they still gonna call me that. I don't go. I don't.
It sound like you saying the DJ gone.
It's gone, man. But
he
like,
wants it gone, but the fans don't want it gone.
Yeah, right. People still gonna call me that forever.
Yeah, real.
I'm one of them ones. I'm fan.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man.
I'm used to it. So.
Yeah, it kind of is what it is, man. So, as for now, though, I was about to say DJ Sunfire, man. Sunfire. I see now it's Sunfire Films. So obviously that's what it is now, films.
Right.
That's what's up, man. So, I've seen, but for the people, they may not know. So, man, give a little rundown, a little background of some of what you're doing now. Some shit that people can look out for, you know what I'm saying? Keep an eye out for, man. Enlighten the people a little bit of on what Sunfire Films is, what he got going on.
All right, so I used to be a DJ. I've been filming right now for about 5 years, coming up on 5 years. And the good thing about me, man, I taught myself how to film, man. Never went to school. I did music, went to school for music and all that. So that was like my main focus for the longest, man. And a lot of things happened where I transitioned into film. So like I was saying, the good thing about that is I kind of just jumped in. I never had no expectations, never had no desires to be like, I want to do music videos, or I want to do weddings or anything like that. So I jumped in and did a little bit of everything. And over the last couple of years, man, you start to realize like, all right, like, what do I want to do? And what do I feel comfortable doing? And what do I love doing the most? And like, where's the most money at? You know, I mean, of course, you know, money ain't everything, but like you start to realize that, okay, like, do I want to do 5 gigs that might be smaller paid gigs, and I do 1 gig that could pay me more. So, you know,
right.
Okay.
I'm about right now, man, working smarter, not harder, man. So the things I'm trying to do really now to kind of like focus on right now is weddings. Some things are crazy, but I like filming weddings, and you know, you get good money from that. Filming commercials and promos for companies and stuff like that. Doing different videos for like different businesses where it's like the money ain't coming straight out of your own pocket. It's coming from the company money. So they got more money to spend. Right. And then on the other end, you know, I got other things I want to work on just creatively, like working on, like, I've always wanted to do like little documentaries. I've always wanted to do like, not necessarily like nothing like a movie or nothing, but like little scripts where I can just sit down and like put my ideas together and kind of like create.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different stuff, man. But like,
would movies be out of the question? I mean, not now, but in the long run.
I don't know, man. Every time I think about doing a movie, like I feel like there's so many moving parts where you gotta have it how it's supposed to be and have it good. Like you gotta have good actors. You gotta find them. You know, you gotta go through the process of like I know people who do movies now and like they have the vision, they might have a good storyline and scripts and stuff like that, but they might have actors who ain't good. I mean, that's process. You know, you got to go through all of that. But like, I don't know if I want to go through all of that. Then you got to find locations. Yeah. You got to have, you know, the right place to film it at, and you got to do all these different things. Do I really want to do all that right now? And you know, like I do everything myself for the most part. I might have a little help every once in a while, but like there's so many moving parts with movies and stuff that I'm like, I don't know if I feel like doing.
What about something just specific in a movie? Like maybe not the whole movie, but maybe like a scene writer, a director, or something like that.
That'd be cool, you know. Like I got a lot of ideas. Of course, you know, you gotta have these things written out, and you gotta have make sure you put it you portray it in a way that people understand what you're trying to do. Right. So there's a lot of steps to that to make it successful. But I wouldn't rule that out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't rule it out because you know. And
it looks like you blossoming. You like from DJs to filming. So you know. It's about progression, you know.
Yeah.
Hey. And if you need somebody to star in the film, that you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, I'm rocking with you.
Yeah, and personally, I don't want you to rule it out, man, because I sat my black ass down, you know, and a script that I've been working on, and you know, a lot of insight from my brother G, Mr. Thomas too. I actually got back into finishing the script, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, even with that, so you know, for my folks and shit like that, man, I would want you to consider that because you know.
Yeah, I always had like a big desire to do documentaries, man. Like because like that's somebody's real story. You know, they sitting down and you know they telling you whatever they've been going through, and you gotta paint that picture, you gotta bring it together. And then I feel like it's hard work, but you know, it's a little bit easier when you can sit down and be like, okay, this is this person's true story. They're gonna tell me what they're gonna tell me, and then I gotta put the pieces together. Of course, you gotta get the B-roll and do all of that, but it ain't acting where it's like, all right, do that again, do that over, or you know, like, oh, you ain't really that good of an actor. This ain't gonna turn out how I want it to turn out. So documentaries, I've always been like had a desire to do that. So
yeah, and absolutely, because you know, with reality, you know what I'm saying, it's non-scripted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's be real, man. You know, real.
Some people have some stories, man, about their lives.
Yeah,
you know?
for real. Now everybody got people got interesting stories to tell.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Do documentaries, man. There's so many different things you can dive into. I don't want nobody stealing my ideas, but like I had ideas on some documentaries. I'm like, man, I ain't never heard these people talk about this story before. I never seen people talk about this in a documentary style. So
yeah, absolutely, and that's what people like, man. People want to be able to see and hear things. And especially if they can relate to it, you know, relatable story is always a good story, man. And you know, and people like to know that they're not the only ones going through shit. You know, people, you know, and that's kind of a way to get a peace of mind. If you can see somebody or listen to somebody's story, somebody's struggle, or you know, in triumphs, or somebody's success, and if you can relate to it, man, it makes it even more interesting. You know, to the individuals itself. So, man. That's good shit. So as far as documentaries or any short films or anything like that, you anything recent or that you've been working on and shit like that?
Not as far as documentaries and stuff like that. That's really like pen to pad. You know, I just come up with the ideas and it's kind of like I haven't even really touched on anything because there's just so many things that I got to do with just the film world in general that like that is like a whole nother like layer of stuff I want to do. But film world, man, like the last things I've probably been doing, like I said, is just focusing on the bigger goals, man. Like when I first started filming, of course you got to get your foot in the door. You got to build your portfolio. You got to prove yourself. So, and at the same time, you got to feed yourself. You got to feed your family. So you got to take every gig. You know, you got to. I need everything on that plate. I need it all. So, you know, I was doing like 4 or 5 gigs a week. you know, and then COVID came through, slowed everything down, which was kind of like a blessing a little bit because it forced me to like slow things down. And then it forced me to like get to the point that like, let me pick the things that I really, really want to focus on. And that was giving me the time to be like, all right, man, like, do I really want to do that band? I mean, I don't want to say nothing wrong with like filming bands or nothing like that, but like, do I want to film this band with all these crazy drunk people and be out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? You know, my daughter being like, where my daddy at? Or do I want to be like, man, let me focus on trying to film a wedding, or let me try to focus on filming these corporate events for these people, or do real estate videos and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what I'm really trying to focus on, man. The bigger gigs. And then at the same time, man, like when you have time that you don't have to like really do like 4 or 5 gigs a week, that gives you time to perfect your craft even more, man. So I've been really going back to the basics, man, learning a lot of stuff that I didn't know how to do, or maybe I knew how to do it, but I wasn't that great at it. You know, like I'm big on learning, man. Like YouTube University, man. Like I'm always
and the money is the same, or is it better on one side more than the other?
As far as like what, like filming different stuff?
As far as like the bands, like the musicians and all that type of shit versus
the wedding money probably better. The wedding money probably better.
Oh, the weddings are way more money, man, because like you got and wedding is like, you know, like a wedding, like I kind of compared to like somebody going on vacation. Like when you go on vacation, like you may go to a fancy restaurant and spend $200-300 because this is that moment, like we saved up for this. But if you in your hometown on a random Tuesday night, you probably not gonna go out and spend $300 on a fancy dinner. Like you might do it every once in a while, but you're not gonna do it a lot. You know, like on vacation, you put money to the side, so you're a little bit more willing to spend that money, and you know what you're gonna do with it. That's like a wedding. Like you know you're gonna spend X amount of dollars for that photographer, that videographer, for that dress, and you like, I'm a little bit more willing to spend money. So people go crazy.
And like you dealing, and like how you was talking about with the bands dealing with night drinkers, you're dealing with day drinkers with weddings, so they're a little bit more workable.
I mean,
would assume.
Yeah,
and then like night drunks, they're like, but they still got a little confidence in the daytime.
Yeah, and then like bands, man, you know, like for the most part, they starving artists just like anybody else. You know, they pulling money out of their pocket, so it's like they got money, but they don't really have money to spend like that. So if I can go film a wedding, get $1,500, $2,000 or whatever, you know, I'd rather do that than like a band being like, I got like $200.
They feed you. They feed you. Do they feed you
at the weddings?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a vendor's meal. It ain't always that great, but you get a vendor's meal.
Yeah, but you know,
but I mean,
the thing about it is though, you got to, you know, when you're doing weddings, or even if you know, some people want photographers for children's graduations or college graduations, videographers for those things and such, but you got to let those are memorable moments, right? So they're priceless. You know, those things you really can't put a cap on, because and then if you got good quality shit, if your work is quality and people want, you know, capture these moments and you know, and have them forever. And when you get good quality shit, man, you can't really put a cap on that. People are going to spend, you know, people are going to spend their money for that type of shit. I would.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Absolutely would. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that, man. You know, you want professionalism and you want lasting moments, lasting memories.
Yeah,
bro, you can't. You can't put a price on that. And so I can see how people would shell out money for that type of shit, man. So it makes all the sense in the world. People get married every day. You know what I'm saying? People graduate. You know, people purchasing homes. You'd be surprised. Gender reveals.
Even that, gender reveal.
You can be surprised. Even football games for the kids, highlights, basketball games, highlights, and stuff like that.
That's a great example. That's a great example. You do those type of things too, like as far like highlights for the football players, basketball players, type of stuff like that.
Done it all, man. Like
that's a great example.
Like I filmed bands, weddings, did commercials, did promos. I filmed for soccer teams. I filmed for basketball, man. I filmed funerals before, man. Like,
I tell you, when people want a moment,
that's crazy.
When people want to pay
for that moment.
When you want to
They're
see
gonna
that
pay for that
motherfucking
moment.
moment, you gonna pay for it. I mean,
Yeah,
because you
but
can't get
you
that back,
realize
man.
what you want to do, and you realize what like it's like. All right, what makes more sense, man? But like I said at the beginning, you got to get your foot in the door, man. You can't really be picky, especially if you're trying to learn. Like you, like yo, like
Fact.
let me do this
Fact.
because it might not even be what I want to do, but it's helping me out. Let me get my foot in the door. Let me make connections.
I gotta do this in order to be able to do
Yeah.
whatever I need to do later on. Yeah. I know. I understand.
You got
That's
to,
real.
got
That's
to,
real.
got to.
Absolutely,
that's
man.
real.
Yeah, that's some motherfucking good shit right there. Yeah. So with that, in the near, you got anything big coming up? As far as any commercials, any whatever you got, anything big? If you wouldn't mind sharing that with us.
Nah, not right now, man. The gigs, they come and they go,
They
man.
come and
Like,
they go,
you know, like
yeah.
that's the thing about being a videographer, man. Like, you never know. Like, it might be a super good week and it might be a rough week.
Right.
Or it might be a super good month and it might be a rough month, man.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, like I'm always trying to like learn, get better, like, you know, studying and stuff like that, picking up the camera and be like, I might not even have nothing going on right now, but let me pick it up, man.
Yeah,
let me just
right.
go outside. Like you see the drone in the background, man. I got a drone. I had a drone for years. I don't even really know how to fly that thing. Like, you know, like just stuff like that, man. Pick it up.
Yeah, but you pick that motherfucker up, go out, record, and you might come up with some fucking good footage that you can use somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
But and then I've been focusing a lot, man, trying to get the business right, man, the LLCs and the contracts right. And that's another thing, man. Like when you come in, especially if you learning from not knowing how to do anything, it's trial and error, man. Like, and then the stuff that I do, man, is just so many moving parts, man. Like you got to film, then you got to edit, then you got to promote yourself. You got to get the contracts and get the business right. So this year was a big thing with getting my business right, man, getting LLCs and getting my contracts right. And I got a website I'm about to finish up on. So a lot of that stuff, man. And another thing, man, we in such a social media world, man, where it's like content. So like I've been filming content, man. I got content that I've been holding on to, man. And like I'll just release it out.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. So like I dropped the interview probably a couple of weeks back. Me and the young lady, we did that months ago, man. You know, so
I saw that.
Yeah. You like, especially, man, like you got a job, you got family, you got kids, man. Like it's hard to just be like, I'm gonna go get my camera and film every single day, or I'm gonna film every week. So sometimes I'll just film stuff and hold on to it because I know that I can't film all the time because I got so many stuff going on. So I did a lot of filming. I got a lot of stuff that ain't even dropped yet that I did months ago. That's another thing. Like I said, I did that this year, man. So,
yeah, we believe it. We know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
But the gigs come and they go, man. Like another thing that I do, I've been doing a good bit of is filming for like people who they do real estate and they flip properties and they do like seminars and they do like boot camps and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of those. I actually had one in Wilmington a couple of weeks back. There's some stuff that happened. Matter of fact, that was around the time when that storm came through, so that fell through. But that was another those big things, man, where it's like the company got the money, you know, like, or we got this money set aside because, you know, this is what we want to do. Everybody's content now, so those boot camps, they'll have their seminars, they'll have, you know, their meetings, and I'll just film all day for them. And so that's good money.
Okay, and with that, since we talking real estate, you know, if if people searching for homes, when you go online now and you see they give you the virtual tours of the properties and all of that stuff and all that. But you know, I also see that people have the film crews that do the before and after, where they restore and for the flip homes and shit like that, bro. You ever did any like filming for any of those type of things? Like
I've done some stuff for some real estate, not necessarily like real estate. I did some stuff for this guy. He's got a couple apartments, and his name's Ray Wren. He
shout out to Ray Wren.
He the Wren company. I think that's what it is. But like he's got a couple different apartments. I filmed stuff for them. Like just showing like, you know, the walkthroughs or some stuff. And then like, you know, they have like their little team where they want to do like little social media things where they just want to keep things interesting for them. I've done some stuff for that. Actually, the old on Long Point Road, that old bar, it's changed a million times, but it was like Big Game Bar for a while, right there on Long Point Road where Planet Fitness is.
Right.
They turned it into
That's yeah. What's
right now it's
in the back?
I don't think it's
Well,
open.
no.
I don't think it's open anymore, but they turned it into the people who own Locals, the Locals bar.
The bar.
They turned it into like a Royal Oyster bar. And the guy, Jim Tucker, he's got his own company where he comes in and he takes the building and redoes it. I did a before and after video for him. So I went in there, like when they first got started, they gutted everything out, you know, the beginning phases of what it was looking like and all the things that they were doing as far as like starting over. And then like months later, I go back to the final product and then film a video of what it looks like after. So yeah, I've done
my man, I got two questions. Dig. Okay, the first question is how do you, okay, so if I'm in a situation to where I got a project that I'm doing and I'm about to gut all this shit at, and I want somebody to come and film this shit to do the before and after. How do a motherfucker get in touch with you? Well, no, I don't think that's the question I'm trying to ask. Like, how do you fit yourself in the mix to where motherfuckers know to hit you to be like, I got to get my dog over here to down there film this shit before and then after we done got the shit.
Yeah, right. How
landed.
do you advertise for that? How do you advertise?
How do I promote myself?
Yeah, how do you promote and advertise
for
that type of work? Or your different
Thank you, B.
avenues of work with it? What's your advertising approach, man? How do you
advertisement approach, man? Like I do a million things. I probably do way more things than the average videographer. I do more things than the average videographer would ever even think of, man. Like, of course, like the social medias, man. Like I put a lot of stuff on my social medias, of course. That's a given right there. But coming from that that mixtape era, that DJ mixtape era, man, like I'm still, you know, I got a little bit of that street team still in me.
Don't get ahead of yourself, because that was gonna be my second question. Is damn. Go ahead, man. Cause that's gonna be my second question though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down, and then you can just answer. You just go ahead. Okay. My second question was gonna be: do you miss the DVD era? Like, do you miss like just going to different hoods and fucking with different artists and shooting shit? I'm talking about like not necessarily, maybe not necessarily no music videos, just motherfuckers just fucking around in they habitat or whatever, and you getting that footage and being able to put it on a DVD and be able to put it out, because that ain't it. Niggas don't do that shit no more for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I miss that. You know, just getting them raw moments, man. And like I said before, like with the things that I want to create, man. Like I want to mix a lot more of the stuff that I used to do with the film world back into what I'm doing now. But like I had to, I had to get my foot in the door and learn. I'm still learning with the film world. So like a lot of the things that I was doing a couple of years back, I did the DVDs and all of that. I kind of took a break from that just so I could really learn how to film. But my number one love has always been music, man. So I definitely want to incorporate more stuff like that. I do miss doing like the DVDs and just creating like those moments where it's like I'm getting people to see different people and the things that they're doing and where they come from. But now I can do it in a more the rawness is cool, but like now I can do it more of in like a professional way where it's like,
is it still, I ain't mean to step on you, bro, my bad, but is it still a lane for that? Like, is it still a lane for, like, just say for instance, it like is. It is. I feel like it is. Right? Yeah. I feel like it is too.
I was about to say too, I don't mean to, let me get in.
Yeah, good.
Because I was gonna say, let's not forget the DVDs, you know what I'm saying, that you provided, because your DVDs back in the G was a platform. It was a showcase for a lot of fucking Charleston artists.
That's game.
Including
yes, sir.
Including us. Because we were on the DVD back then, and we're talking it has to be maybe 15, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, a long time ago.
At least 10.
Long
At least
time
10.
Yeah, 10 to 12 years
long
ago,
time
something
ago.
like
And
that.
more than 10. And more than
Yeah,
10 years
definitely
ago.
more than 10.
I showed DJ.
Yeah.
Definitely
More than 10 years ago.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, so and then and I don't want to quote you wrong, or Andy, but did you say you don't do are you doing music videos? Are you filming music videos still?
I have. I don't really care for them, but like also I haven't given myself enough time to like go through the phases of being bad and being good. You know, like I've done some, and it's like, of course, you know, they ain't gonna be perfect when you first learn and stuff like that. But like I never focused on them enough to go through that phase of like, okay, like I'm getting good, I'm getting better, I'm learning. So it's like I did a few, and then it was like, okay, like if I really wanted to do this, I would have to like really focus on it. And I'm like, I don't really know if I want to focus on this right now, man. Let me go ahead and do something else. I mean, I'm not against it.
What about
Is it
DJ?
nigga be pointing guns at the camera and shit?
Hold on, both of y'all talking. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We was at I was making a joke. Go ahead.
I was saying, what about DJing? When the last time you DJed?
Boy.
Who knows how long, man?
Yeah, if you gotta think about it, it's been a long time.
A long time, man.
So that book just closed for you?
Yeah, man, that book is dead, man. Super dead.
Respect.
Yeah, man, it's Sunfire Films one right now. You know what I'm saying? And but see, the reason I asked about the doing music videos and stuff like that. I think the music video scene kind of changed now. People really don't do the 50 different scenes, the 50 different wardrobe changes and stuff. Now, I mean, unless you like fucking super A-list and beyond.
Right, you got a bunch of money.
And like that. Nigga be pointing guns at the motherfucking camera and shit, man.
We don't, we don't want the cameraman having to duck and shit like that. But at the same time, but for the most part, man, the underground scene with music now, the music videos are they're not complex. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's another
scene here,
That's another reason why, man. Like, I mean, all that comes down to money and how much money you got to spend. And then a lot of people, they don't have the money to spend it. And then a lot of times, man, people don't have a creative mind. The thing that I've been learning over these years of filming, man, is just being big on like trying to create a story. So even if I was to do something music video related, like it would have to have like a storyline to it. It would like you were saying, change the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Different scenes.
You don't want to be in a situation where it's just a gang of niggas in the front yard and it's just like this is the video. Nah, nigga, like do something, nigga.
Yeah, like I'm big on like being creative, man. You know, like I've always wanted to be creative, no matter if it was music or if it was film or not. Like I don't want to just film people standing around. Like, like you got guns in your video, they show some guns. You got money you pulling out. You got some girls. Like how many times you gonna do that? And like
tell a story. Creative. With the video, man. The visual
a lot of people they're not even creative enough to be like, let me come up with a story. And then it's like they want something quick, they want something fast. They probably don't have the money to even put something super creative like that together anyways, because that's a lot of moving parts.
I don't even think that's the jump right there. The business be like this right here. Half of these motherfuckers really are not rappers. So it just be like, if it's a street motherfucker that's just like, man, shit, I can go out there. I got a little junk. My niggas feeling it. Hey, come over here and film us. We about to point guns at the camera. We about to be on perks and all that type of shit. We about to show all this goofy ass shit and catch a Rico kids later on. But then just film us doing this shit. What we really do in real life. Like that. All right, that's one thing, right? But then you still got cats out here that, because I look at it like this right here. I think my brother, Mr. Thomas, even I know them boys agree with me. You still got cats out here that look at the what you would call yourself, like a videographer.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
Did I fuck that word up?
Nah, that's it. You got
it. My man. But then, you know what I'm saying? You still got cats that look at that man the same way how they look at the producer. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga that make the beat that I rap on, we 50-50 on this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, yeah,
You ain't gonna give me no slack ass beat this way. I ain't gonna come slack on the beat. You feel me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is a team effort. The same way when it comes down to the video, okay, when I present the shit to you, I want you to be able to listen to the record and be like, oh, I got an idea already. But I got an idea too. So let's sit down. Let's sit down with it. Let's bounce some shit off each other. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just be like, hey man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I got a right treatment. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, hey man, me and my dogs, we over here chilling. Hey, film us, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let the shit, yeah, come on, man. You know, I mean, you know, that shit might be cool for certain records and sometimes, but not like all your videos shouldn't look the same, bro.
Think about it. Y'all remember language arts or English class or whatever, ELAs or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, this nigga going to school.
But remember, in this elementary shit. But remember when storytelling, when you had to write a story, that was like when you had the middle, beginning, and end. Then you had to break it down to whatever, then summary and for plot, then summary and all of that shit, right? Yeah. That's kind of the art of storytelling, right? Yeah. So
beginning, middle, and end.
Right. Bingo. So when you putting a music together or a movie script or a scene together, you got to remember to incorporate them things. And without that, you don't have a story.
Can I say this right quick? That's why I'm saying, like as far as like, you know, like and I ain't trying to get too deep in this shit. I'm just saying, when I just say beat, if you make the beat, right? I rapping on the shit. If you make the beat and I down there, when you hear me, when you hear me in the booth, and it's like, man, bro, this nigga kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He just whatever. Yeah. But I took my time making this beat. Okay, you gonna feel a way. I think that's the same way, like bro talking about, right. Like as far as like, if you got the track, I give him the track. He about to do the video, and I look at him and be like, hey bro, just shoot us over here doing our thing. Yeah. Nigga be like, damn bro, like you ain't got no idea, like you ain't got nothing.
As the videographer or the person that's shooting a film, it's really not their job to create your storyline or to build your story.
It's your job. Right.
And with the video,
I think that's good. That's a plus.
Right. The videographer know how to work the camera to get what you looking for. Right. But whatever.
And also shout out to DJ Finesse too. Because bro, me and bro had conversations about this shit. My bad. Yeah.
But I think that's what Andy said. I think that was something.
Yeah,
to holler at us.
There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of different layers to that. Like I said, I never really went through that part of like, because, you know, I mean, it depends on what you trying to get out of this video world. And if you want to be like a videographer, like some people being like, yo, man, let me just take this money and go. You know, they don't care what the video look like. They just care like, okay, man, he gonna pay me. All right. You know, like, and that's something that you probably want to do. One, if you don't care. Or two, if you just getting your foot in the door and you trying to, you know, do whatever you got to do.
But you gonna care if you got your name on it. If you a real one and you got your name on it and you care about the craft, you gonna care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you're saying, though. But if you don't care about the craft, then you be like, man, fuck it, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can buy me a camera and down there just shoot motherfuckers down there drinking and smoking and toting guns and shit like that and walking back and forth. I can do that. But if you a cat that really is about the craft, you gonna be like, nah, bro. I feel like I selling myself short. Like I don't even want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like screw it up, man. And then you ain't giving me enough money for this shit.
You can get, like I said, you can get to the point like me that I'm trying to get to, that I'm slowly getting into the lane of. You pick and choose what you want to do. Like, you know, like there's people who call me and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my time doing it. And it might not even be worth the money. It might not be worth the time. There's a lot of people that you don't even want to work with just because you don't want to work with them because of who they are as people.
All money ain't good money.
And you don't vibe with them. You don't vibe with them. Yeah,
And
that's
if you
real.
are really a person who wants to shoot music videos, it has to come to a point where you don't not necessarily a director, but you got to put your input in. And that's called, like you was talking about, that's called treatments. Like we sit down and we talk about the scenes, we talk about who's going to be in the video, we talk about the places that we got to go, and you might have to rent out some buildings and stuff like that. There's people who go to like thrift stores and warehouses and all these different places and get props and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the person who really cares about doing music videos. They want them to look good. They putting their name on it. And that's probably what they focus on. They probably, for the most part, film music videos.
Yeah, for real.
Because I know people who film music videos who will not do the stuff that you're talking about. They're not doing those
now, facts. But I also know cats that really be about that shit, even when the artist not necessarily about that shit. The artist might even be thinking about that type of shit. But like I said, I got cats like DJ Finesse. Like I said, I ain't trying to beat a dead horse. But damn near, shout out to Finesse on the beat, because he damn near, he really about that shit. Like you could tell certain cats that's really about, and long live Quad Dub too. Cause Quad Dub been like one of them cats. Them boy really been like,
Dub, man. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned.
He been a legend. He been a legend.
He been doing this thing for real. That's
for sure. Long live, bro. Cause Daniel, like like I done seen him do shit to where it's like bro ain't really got no idea about the shit. It just is what it is. Bro be like, hey, we could do it like this. We could do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro been really like trying to, I don't know. He had a brain for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like I said, I know other cats like that too. And the only reason why I say that to you, bro, is because I feel like you are one in the same if you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If I wanted to, like I said, I never gave myself that. You got to go through that phase of being bad. And, I did a few. Right. Of course, they weren't very good. And then I'm like, but I don't really want to focus my time on that when I can go do something else. And I'm like, I know I can see myself doing this for a long period of time. So let me learn, let me get better, let me perfect that. Like, I've never really been like, man, let me perfect music videos. Like,
right.
So what?
Let's keep it real. It makes sense, though.
The money ain't right for you. That's what
it's a different type of filming, though. I think. That's a different type of filming.
Is that what it is?
Like music videos. I mean, I kind of compare them to bands a little bit. Like that money coming out of your pocket. You're a struggling artist probably, unless you like on a big major label and they paying for the music videos. Like, what I'm saying? You just a dude probably in your neighborhood. You probably got a regular job. You might have a family, but you a rapper. So like, how much money do you really have to give me? You know what I'm saying?
But you set the standard, dude. You set the standard. So
but like at the same time, like you got to go through those phases of like not being good, and then getting what you can get at that moment, and building your name, building your portfolio that you can get those artists that's going to spend bigger amounts of money. But the average dude that just sitting around wanting to be a rapper, he got a couple $100 in his pocket.
They might want to pay you $200. You got to spend 8 hours, 10 hours of the day. You
might have to go get. You saying you don't want to?
You got to edit for 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? But you might only be getting that $200 for that shit, man.
Bro, just say some real shit. I ain't trying to cut you, bro. I ain't trying to step on you, but you just say some real shit. I think that's what we forget about. The part behind the scenes when this motherfucker got to take all this footage and go and edit it and put it together and make it look like what you want it to look like, and you didn't get this nigga all of $300.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this nigga done take all this time to damn near mess this shit together and do this and make you look good in this one, and then it switch from this scene to this scene and this scene, and that shit take time. So I did what you saying. I do deal with you, Sam. Yeah, I did.
You gotta do sample pieces. You're gonna have to do some samples. You're gonna have to send them this. Hey, this is what I got these.
And then you send it to the nigga, and the nigga be like, man, nah, bro. On this one, I wanted it to be like this. Right. Yo, bro.
Right.
Bro, you give me 250.
It's a lot.
You give me 250, fam. You give me 250. We really supposed to be in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I follow where Sunfire coming from, and then you gotta look at it now, like he said.
It would be different. It would be different if that's what I really, really wanted to do. You know, like
If
not
that
to
was
say
your
that, like,
passion.
you know,
If that
like,
was your passion. Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I came in it, like, man, I want to be the best videographer for music videos, then you got to go through them phases of like getting the people who ain't got that much money. Then you go up the scale and you start to meet people who have more money to spend. So it's like, if I wanted to really focus on that, then I would have been like, all right, cool. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the same thing with weddings. You know, like weddings are something that like I really like want to get as good as I can be. So like, I've been through the phases of like filming weddings for free. I filmed weddings for $300. I filmed weddings for whatever. And then you got the people who like, you know, the weddings it ain't put together and they ain't got that much money, or you go there and you know that this gonna be a horrible day, but it's like, all right, like I already know what I want to end up happening years down the line. So I got to go through these phases of these bad weddings. I got to go through these phases.
But that win shit seemed like it'll be a little bit more treacherous, because it's like this is a day that these motherfuckers will never get again. So it's easy for them boys to be like, well, the I ain't gonna even try to say that word again, but down there, man, the cameraman been fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. You feel me? Right?
Oh, and wrong. That got to be one of the worst experiences somebody can go through on their wedding day, to have somebody fuck up they film or they pictures or something like that, bro.
Yeah.
Could you imagine them moments being ruined by a terrible fucking videographer or cameraman?
Man, bro, if y'all don't ever live with y'all grandma, nigga, when y'all watch these little judge shows and shit on daytime TV,
you see them all the time.
Them boy be suing motherfuckers for that.
You fucking up my shit. Yeah, bro. So listen.
Hell yeah. You ain't never seen no hood nigga that trying to rap damn near sue a motherfucker because you fucked my video up, nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like that wedding shit, motherfucker take that shit seriously.
Yeah, but
so that's actually that's a level up.
Yeah, them memorable moments, bro. You don't get them back, bro. And the only thing that can that can keep that shit present is in video or portraits, bro. So
There's another thing I don't like about a lot of music videos, man. They do a lot of them effects, man. You ain't really doing no real like editing creativity. You ain't doing nothing really creative. You just putting like some fancy little effects on it. You might, and it's like, man, like, nah, man. Like if I want to do a music video, it would have to be something that's like, all right, we're gonna create a story, we're gonna do some scenes, we're gonna make this look like the best thing is like, I don't want to say a movie, but it's gonna be the best thing.
We need boom lifts.
We're gonna create something.
We need skijacks. We need the drones.
I'm gonna say movie. I'm gonna say movie.
We need the drones. Yeah, they come in because listen though, this script, bro.
You got your start. As a matter of fact, you got your 3 leading roles right here, man. We right there. We ready. By the time you ready, we'll be ready, man.
Telling this nigga, man, I got a face made for the big screen, bro. Come on, man. What you doing? I'm for real. Yeah. I got a bunch, man. Watch me right here. Watch me right quick. Tell me how to look.
Terrible.
Tell me how to look, bro.
Terrible.
No,
we can find something for you.
Come on with that goofy shit, man. Now I'm saying like, tell me how to look. Like, tell me
Let's go improv. Let's go improv. Distraught.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tell me how to look. Tell me how to look.
Distraught.
Distraught. Be distraught.
Distraught?
Yeah.
Be that shit, boy. Hold on, wait.
He can't even spell distraught. He don't know what to do.
I do know how to spell it.
Give me a monologue. Give me a monologue real quick.
Yeah, monologue. Yeah.
Monologue.
All
right, I'm gonna set the scene up for you.
You don't know that.
Come on, man. You wilding right now. I'm not talking about no. Let's stay with the look. Let's stay with the look. Cause see, now I'm like you. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for that monologue shit. Now, come on, man, chill out. But then all right, just stay with the look. Yeah, tell him. He wilding. Right, you said it's all right. Hold on. Let me get us together.
Just tell him he look good so we can move along.
Dog hit by a car.
Watch me.
Dog hit by a car. That's it for the dog?
That's the dog. That's all That's
it for real. Hey, how did a dog just got hit out in the street, and boys, I just want to know it's yours.
Hey, watch me, son. Watch me, son. My dog just got hit in the street.
Well, we got F1, what?
That ain't it.
Hey, man, you
That
know
ain't
what,
it.
guy? I don't know if the kids got you mad or
Oh shit.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh shit.
No, man, no.
Oh my goodness.
No,
I mean,
I ain't ready yet. I probably ain't ready
Man,
yet, man. I got to get the
hey,
man.
you probably you probably
Hello.
good for
man, dog,
you
man.
might be good for
Sure,
a you
that
might
was
be good for a
terrible,
church
man.
play.
No, that
Get
was
it together,
horrible.
man. I'm gonna get it together.
I'll
Get
give
it
you a
together
church
though.
play.
I
You
guarantee
probably
I will. I get it together.
you probably get a
Huh?
Tubi role. You can get a Tubi movie role probably.
I'm with that. I'm
Tubi's
with that.
probably, yeah.
I'm with that.
See,
I'm with that. I'm with
I'll
that. I'm with
support
that.
that.
Yeah, hey, y'all
Check
are
my
watching that
guy out.
video?
Yeah, I
Okay,
watched
I
it.
got
Check my
right
guy out. Coming soon. Kenneth Fly Holmes.
On
Tubi,
Tubi.
straight to Tubi.
on
Yeah.
Tubi. On Tubi.
Tubi
Straight
the
up, man.
movie.
Listen.
Straight up. Sunfire, you
Oh,
got me?
man.
You gonna
God,
film that?
man.
My God, man.
Directed by Sunfire Films. It's
Yeah,
coming
let go.
Man.
soon.
He gonna change his name though. He gonna change his name. It ain't gonna be Sunfire Films. It's
What
gonna
it
be
gonna be?
something else.
Huh?
I don't know. He gonna change it. He gonna change it to some other LLC. So yeah, because he ain't gonna want to be associated with that. Cause I ain't gonna. I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up. He gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I hold the camera, but I ain't put my name on it, dude.
All right.
It's all good though, man.
You're ready for when I do a documentary, man. You
All
can do
right,
that, right?
documentary coming. But listen,
Say less.
let's get back to the shit store. So
Right.
Sunfire, if besides filming, any other elevations, man, anything else, you see any other avenues, stemming off the filming, the filming business, man. You see anything in your future? Anything else you want to try?
For the film?
Yeah, besides filming,
Film?
That
not yet. I'm so new with the film world, man. Like, I've been doing it for like close to 5 years, but I still feel like I got so much more to learn, man. There's so much better I want to get, because I really, really want to get as great as possible as I can at this, man. Like I said, music is my first love, always has been, but like the passion and desire to get good at the film world is like it's like nothing else, man. So I don't want to. I've always been a big believer of like just trying to get as good and learn as much as you can at one thing before you try to like put your mind into too many different things, man. That's where we fall off. Like you try to do so many different things. So
you don't want to be a jack of all trades. You want to be a master of at least one.
Yeah, right.
I got you.
Yeah, like I said, man, like I learn stuff every day that I'm like, man, I should have known that a couple of years ago. It's like I didn't even know that. Or I'll pick up my camera and be like, oh, just do that. I didn't know that could do that.
Right.
So like just those little things, man, because like when I started filming, I didn't know what I was doing. I just picked the camera up and kind of just was like, all right, let me go. And then, like I was saying earlier, there's so many different things as far as like filming and editing and getting your business right. Like everything I'm doing is a learning process. Like I'm doing it, but I'm learning at the same time. I never really gave myself time to be like, okay, let me learn all these things, then go do it.
But not necessarily a bad thing though, because
when you
want to learn, when you want to learn and it's something you love doing, and you willing to take in something from it all the time, and you always bringing in something that keep you passionate, man, and keep you motivated to you know what I'm saying, it's the full steam ahead at what that shit is. So not a bad thing, bro. And if you because you're not gonna perfect shit overnight. You know what I'm saying? We even as artists or as producers or entertainers or whatever a motherfucker doing, every day you get better if you're absolutely passionate about it. Every day you strive to get better. So, and that comes with learning. You know what I'm saying? So if you're enthused about learning and mastering the craft you into, bro, that can keep you fucking passionate. That can keep you on board. So, that's a great thing, man. With that shit.
So
nothing else. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
Nothing else really that I'm focusing on, man. Like honestly, man, like I'm a big strategic person. Like I know like I want to accomplish these things at this point in time, and I know that like next year I need to do this, and like a lot of things that people we're not realistic a lot of times, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a person who might be like right now, like I want to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be a videographer right now that like, man, like, I want to make $5,000 for this, for every video that I do. Are you worth $5,000 though? Like, you know, is your video that good that you deserve $5,000? So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm big on like, I'm gonna do my best for what I'm telling you.
Earn it.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I tell you my video costs $1,000, I'm gonna make sure
I'm worth
I'm good
$1,000
enough for that $1,000.
That's what's up.
I may want $5,000, but am I worth that? You know, like we not realistic a lot of times, man. Like we
That's
want,
real.
oh, I want this, I want that, I want like
people take that they take that know your worth concept and then they run that shit in the goddamn hole. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays you can't tell you know, motherfucker, we keep it real, motherfucker, you may just be silver, but mentally your worth to you diamond.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be, but you gotta be, like bro said, you gotta be realistic.
You gotta be realistic,
but you
like,
gotta be realistic to being only as good as you are.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being like, I want to get to the point that my video is $5,000. My video is whatever. But if you can sit down and tell yourself, like, I can pick up this drone right now and I don't know how to fly this drone, or I got these lights sitting here, man, I don't even know how to use these lights that good. Or I picked up this camera and there's a million things on here that I ain't even took the time to figure out yet. Are you worth that $5,000? Probably not. You probably need to sit back, you need to learn some more, you need to study some more. You got to go through that time of like, oh, I did this wrong, I made these mistakes, and let me not do it again. So I'm big on that, man. And like I said, strategically, man, I know where I'm going to be at in the next 2-3 years because I got it planned out. I got my goals planned out. I got things mapped out of how I want to be and where I want to be. So I realistically, man, like you were saying, talking about doing other things, I probably wouldn't even think about doing nothing else for another 5 years.
Already.
But y'all see the artillery he got behind him though, right?
Yeah, I see. I was just about to see.
He's talking all that cash money shit, but you see the artillery he got behind him though, right?
Awesome,
yeah.
Like I said, man, I got
like
stuff
an NBC, that's property of NBC camera right there, right? The one behind you on the block.
I got stuff back there, man. It's like,
that motherfucker.
Y'all ain't even seen everything, man. I got stuff on the floor and all kind of stuff like that, man.
I believe it. I believe
like,
it.
There's stuff that I don't know how to use yet. Like, I mean, I could be honest with y'all and say that, like, there's stuff that I got that, like, I don't even really know how to use that well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Personally, and like I said, I'm on the outside looking in. I only know you through B, but then I'm gonna be real with you. I think you selling yourself short because nigga, you was down there, you was doing the shit that them niggas in New York and all these other places when we were watching DVDs and shit like that back in the day. You was doing that shit
long time ago,
back
man.
then. When I first met man, tell us, man,
a very long time ago.
But the thing about that, though,
I understand what he's saying, though. I understand.
The thing about that, though, like, I was just doing that for fun, man. That was never, like, in my mind that I wanted to do videos. You know what I'm saying? I was one for fun, and I was also.
I ain't talking about music videos. I'm talking about as far as like content. Like, I feel like you was ahead of your time as far as content. Because this is before we ain't know nothing about back then. We ain't know nothing about no fucking Facebook or I mean, I guess YouTube was a thing, but niggas wasn't checking for none of that shit. We wasn't on the internet like that back then. You know what I'm saying? So you was doing shit to where it was like, cause I still remember, for instance, going to the little corner store and them boys that have the little DVDs right there, and it might have like Gucci Mane or Jesus or something on the cover, and you would grab one of them shit like, man, let me check this shit out. You feel what I'm saying? Like the hood shits and all that type of shit. You was doing that.
Smack DVDs and all that,
DVD in the beginning. You were doing that shit back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was, man. I'm gonna talk about that real fast, man. The thing about that is, one, I was doing it for fun, and then two, I was doing it because I saw people who had talent and I wanted to showcase their talent. But a lot of things that we do in life, we don't think about the goals. We don't think about the planning things out. We don't think about the future. So like in that moment, I was doing it, but I never had in my mind, like, what am I going to be doing 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line? It was just in that moment. The film world that I'm in right now, like, I write down at least 3 or 4 yearly goals. Then I write down at least 1 or 2 monthly goals. You know what I'm saying? The difference between when I was doing music, when I'm doing film now, is like when I was doing music, it was just in the moment. Like, I'm gonna put a mixtape out, I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna make a DVD, I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna go to.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but I gotta say this. I ain't trying to step on you, bro. Hold on. Let me say this right quick. Hold your thought. Because is that because at that time you didn't know what it was? I don't think you knew what it was. I
knew that like I was doing something that a lot of people weren't doing, but I didn't know. I didn't have steps as far as like, all right, let me accomplish this. All right, then let me accomplish that. Then let me accomplish this. It was just in the moment, man. And it just got to the point that I'm like, you know, everything started switching and changing, and consistency is another thing, man. Like, you got to be consistent. Like, I was never really thinking about it as far as like, what is the future going to be, as far as like, let me put this out, let me do it in a way that like people are going to see it, they're going to watch it, and I'm going to keep going, then I'm going to do something else. There was no steps, there was no goals, there was no structure. Did you know about YouTube back then? Yeah, but it wasn't never in a way. It wasn't like how it is now. It wasn't like I was in the moment, man. Like, I love music. I love being around talented people and showing their stories, and you know what I'm saying, putting them on a platform. But I never had no structure as far as like, man, I'm gonna be doing this for 5 years, 10 years. Let me plan this out. Let me accomplish this shit. I ain't trying to argue with you, bro. But I'm just saying, I like in hindsight, looking back at this shit, I look at you like you supposed to be like a Vlad TV motherfucker right now. You're supposed to be there because that's fact. That's a fact.
That's a poor analogy right there. I get the gist.
I get why is the analogy poor? Because it's Vlad. Because it's Vlad.
Yes, it is.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
You doing that funny troll shit. You doing that funny troll shit.
Hold on, bro. Listen what I'm saying, brother. Platform wise, not as far as like what the material is.
People you could have used platform wise.
I see what he's saying. But like,
because Vlad was the same nigga. Vlad was the nigga that was down there, had a camera in niggas' faces back in the G. That he was just a nigga that was filming shit.
Hold on, Mr. Thomas, give us a name so we can better analogize.
It's not my analogy. I'm just saying that's important. I get what he's saying though.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah,
either way, I get what you're saying.
You just don't like Vlad.
Me too. I'm the same way. I don't fuck with that.
It's not a like or dislike thing. I just ain't on that type of shit.
Yeah.
That's
all right. Then we'll say dude from Dirty Glove Bang.
Shout out to Dirty Glove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I think you can pay to get off the porch. That's whack to me, nigga.
Yeah.
That's whack to me.
But
nigga,
like I was saying, man, like I look at a lot of times, man, like I'll go back down memory lane, man, and I'll think about like all the stuff that I did and all the different, like, you know, DVDs and mixtapes and doing this and doing that. And like, I'm not an OG as far as like, you know, like as my level in this game, as far as like how many people know me and how much money I have and stuff like that. But like OG as far as like I've been doing this shit since
you stay talking down on yourself, man.
I picked up turntables when I was 16 years old, man. Started doing mixtapes at 18. Then I started doing DVDs, man. Every person in the city probably seen my stickers all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like
you don't recognize yourself as a pioneer? You don't recognize yourself as a pioneer? You don't believe you're a pioneer?
When I think about all the things, and then I see people that like I might be walking through the mall and a dude will walk up to me and he'll be like, "Yo, I got your mixtape like 10 years ago," and shit like that. So when I start to think about those things, but like I was saying a couple minutes ago, like I didn't have no plan. Like I never was like, this is what the future is going to be. And that's why I want a lot of people to understand, man. Like if you got a dream, or if you got an idea, if you got whatever you want to do, I believe that you could do damn near anything you want to do, but you got to plan that shit out. You got to have you got to have shit to be like, all right, let me keep going and let me accomplish this, then let me keep going and accomplish the next thing. If you just out here doing stuff, it's cool, you having fun, and you might be creating something for yourself, but what is the future going to be? I didn't know what that was going to be. So when I started doing other things and times may have changed and I started picking up the camera,
I don't think it's too late.
like that, everything started to change. And I'm like, I did all these other things, but like, I didn't have no goals. I didn't have no, all I knew was I wanted to make mixtapes. I wanted to sell them. I knew I wanted to make DVDs.
I don't think it's too late though. I don't think it's too late though.
Hey, sound
What,
like
to sell
me,
CDs? Who the
Sound
fuck
like
you gonna sell
me.
CDs to?
Bro, come on, man. You focusing on the wrong part. I'm talking about as far as like this man creating a platform to where he can, because essentially all he was doing was putting unknown motherfuckers that he fucked with, that he felt like had talent, and giving them a platform. This is before niggas had platforms.
We do this now. And like you're saying, what Fly's saying is this is what you've been doing damn near 12 years ago.
I seen that nigga doing that shit when I'm like, bro.
So I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Years ago.
And then I think what he's saying is instead of just Sunfire Films, man, they wanted to see that DJ back in front of that shit. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that.
Nah, but, I'd rather create something as far as
if BB got your number, BB will text me your number. I will argue with you about this shit or debate however you want to wrap it up. Nigga, I'll argue with this shit with you.
But I don't think the man selling himself short, Fly. I think what it says is that what he's passionate about.
He's
now
elevated,
it's just not.
I understand that.
It's just not that. I'm just
saying, I want him to recognize himself as a pioneer, and I want him to know if he don't know already. Matter of fact, I ain't got to talk to you. I got to talk to the man. If you don't know already, I just want you to know that it's a lane open for that. If your passion ain't there, then there ain't no sense in
nah,
you know
man. Music, like I said, music was my first love. It was always my first love, and it still is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if I would do anything that was music related, it would have to tie in with film, and I would have to put some creative twist.
And you got to think, man, Fly, it's a business, man.
Yeah,
it's a business.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's
like,
paying for?
I did.
What's paying for?
I'll put it to you like this.
Film?
An example.
That's right.
An example that I'll probably try to use is like this. Like, you know, you got people who rap. You know what I'm saying? They might be talented, they might not be. That don't even really matter. But basically, you have people who rap. And then they like, all right, I want to put this song out. You put the song out. What you gonna do next? Like, you don't have no plan as far as like, let me get in these DJs' hands, let me get in the radio.
None of your business.
Let me do this.
Your business though. Once you done get the money for the video or for the mixtape or whatever like that. Like if I be like, hey, I got 15 tracks. I want you to host it as a DJ. What happened to the shit? What happened to the project after that? That ain't none of your business. You done got paid. And I know your name on it, but you ain't gonna put your name on it if the shit ain't what it's supposed to be anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Now if the shit don't get pushed the way it's supposed to, that ain't got really nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking about like a whole different person as far as what they want to accomplish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have, like, people don't plan shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got so many rappers who like, I want to put out a song. I want to put a song on YouTube. I want a video. But what is your steps to be like, all right, let me accomplish this, then let me move on to the next. And that's how it was with the DVDs and the mixtapes. I was just doing it. I didn't have no future plans. I didn't have no like, this is what I want to be doing later on down the line. It was just
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like, outside what if you tell me right now, you just don't have no passion in the shit, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and move the fuck on. But then if you keep telling me you got a passion in the music, so what's stopping you from right now from kind of, because it's a lane for that shit. That's all I'm saying.
Different
it's a lane for that shit.
He on a different path.
It's like, if I want to do anything, one, it's got to be creative. Two, I want to do something in the form of like telling somebody's story and showcasing them. So it's like, it would have to be
Brown?
Huh?
You know Walter Brown? You know Walter Brown? He from y'all hood, I think.
Yeah, Walter. Yeah.
Y'all know Walter Brown?
Yeah, we know Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with bro?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not like if y'all got a problem. I'm saying like, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
man, come on.
Bro is a very and I just pulled him out the air. I just pulled him out the air. Bro is very creative, very talented. You know, shout out to Walter Brown, straight up, man. I forget they thing. They click. I think it was like Free Thinkers, or something like that. What I'm saying, but shout out to them boys. But like I see, bro is very creative. He right there from Old Village too. I think.
Right.
I think he right there from the Old Village.
Yeah, he's from the ground.
Yeah.
He's from the ground. That's hometown.
Bro. If you don't know this yet, what? Look at my face. If you don't notice this yet, I'm gonna get your number from B, and I'm gonna call you every other day. And watch. I'm gonna get you right.
And you know, I think what Fly trying to say is
get you back right there.
Is he got a lot of faith in a lot of the shit that you did back in the
bro,
day.
A legend, man. Bro, a legend.
And he want to get you back into that shit. He don't think that you should let that aspect of your work, you know, wither away.
Niggas got to know what's happening. Niggas got to know what's happening.
Wither away, man. But like once I started doing what I do now, like I knew that I had to do it in a more of a creative way, and I have more of a way that I could do it to make everything look a little bit more professional. Like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with that grit. There ain't nothing wrong with that raw aspect of just picking up the camera and going. But like now, I got the ability to be like, all right, if I'm gonna create this, like let's do it the best way that we possibly can.
You want some practice? You want some practice?
Huh?
You want some practice? You want some practice?
Practice?
Tell me your ticket. Tell me your ticket. We get you some practice in. You know what I'm saying? We get it together, man. Everything goes, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everything cool, bro.
You gotta be creative, man. And then it gotta be something that like
I'm the most creative nigga you ever met. I'm the most creative nigga you ever met. Straight up.
Yeah, but definitely, man. Like I'm gonna do some more music stuff. It just gotta be mixed in with film, and it gotta.
I know you're gonna do some more music stuff.
Mm-hmm. It gotta be done right. I mean, it gotta be done right.
Yeah, it gotta be done right, and I think I think you're doing it right too, because now with social media and the widespread of social platforms and social sites that people can display whatever they want to display. And everybody likes to display everything nowadays, and the internet, so to speak, is a non-stop fucking film. Everybody can see everything about everybody. Everybody posts everything about everybody and themselves, and camera, and video nowadays is huge. That's how everybody communicates. People don't even really pick up the phone to talk. People communicate via Facebook posts, Facebook comments, Facebook Messenger. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker would take a picture of themselves right now, put it on Facebook or Instagram, and then they talk to their friends or their associates there under the post.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody uses video or portraits now to tell a story, their everyday lives. You know what I'm saying? So it make all the sense in the world, because it's always going to be people taking pictures now. It's always going to be people taking videos. There's always going to be an event that's got to be filmed, or people going to want filmed. Man, just everything, everyday living now goes on film. It's always caught. Somebody's filming, somebody's doing videos. So, I mean, it's a big game right now, if you ask me. It's a big game right now, man. Everything, nothing gets advertised on paper no more, so to speak.
Everything is content, man. Everything is content.
Everything is fucking content, bro. So to be filming and to be capturing moments for folks.
Nigga, if we all in the yard, and me and Grim get the boxing back in the G, that would have been in-house family shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Call somebody,
that shit on the internet.
80 million people seeing it just now.
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? Everything is content. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. What I'm saying is, I feel like I say, you was doing that shit, but not on no negative shit, not on that type of time. I'm talking about like you was shining light on motherfuckers back in the G before niggas even realized what a platform was. Like shit. Yeah, you was doing that shit way back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I
I
never had
remember
like
you
how
standing
we,
outside the yard, damn near, you were recording us, and then like I just like I see, I remember them type of shit, and I'm one of them type of niggas that used to always have all the DVDs, and like I'm talking about as far as like the the Gucci Mane, the Young G's, and all that type of shit. You'll see these DVDs, and you'll see the Waka Flockas come up, the OJ did I say that right? Yeah, OJ the Juice Man coming up and all that type of shit under Gucci, and you will see certain shit. Like I say, this is I ain't gonna say not pre-internet, but this is like
internet wasn't popping like that. Motherfuckers was
it
stuck
wasn't
just
popping like that.
we was learning how to use Facebook and shit.
Niggas was on the internet, but it wasn't popping like for street niggas.
It
like,
was MySpace first. It was MySpace and shit like that.
Right.
No, that was way before. What I'm talking about is like when I started fucking with y'all, it been like Twitter days, but Twitter ain't been for street niggas. Twitter, like I said, it was just if you knew, you knew. Yeah. We ain't know nothing about no fucking Twitter. Like I got a Twitter, but I don't be on that shit. I don't know how to. I don't know how to rock.
And on some real shit, in order to see a wide array of artists from back home and shit like that, we needed motherfuckers like Sunfire. We needed motherfuckers to be making these documentaries. We needed motherfuckers to be showcasing these artists and shit because that was the platform.
Yeah.
We wanted to get film to be on these DVDs from Sunfire.
Yeah. Nigga, you remember.
So motherfuckers
check it though. But check it. But the beauty of that is now we got more of a story to tell, and what he said he just loved to do is documentary. So the stories ain't over. Like
Right.
Stories can still be told. The stories can still be told.
Not saying that. We just paying homage though.
No. Indeed, I'm just saying. But I'm saluting Indeed. I'm just saying the saga continues as well. Like we're still rolling.
See the thing about
the beautiful part about it.
Hold on, before you say that, I didn't want to salute you and say, stop laughing, bro, because you making it a thing. Now I'm being for real. Now I want to salute, bro, and Daniel, like let them know, like, bro, you're a pioneer. I feel like you're a pioneer, and nigga, like I say, I witnessed you doing this shit way before. That's all I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't want to do that shit no more than what it is.
Salute that.
Like when we was talking, you was talking about the Vlads or the Dirty Glove Bastards or whoever you want to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they probably had more of a plan of like, okay, this is what I want to do.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
No, I'm saying they had a plan as far as like their future.
They didn't. I've heard these same people talk about it. They fell into it. Yeah,
but
they just fell into
it. They kept going, you know, like I kind of started doing so many different things. There was inconsistency there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have goals planned out. So like I was saying before, when I sit back and think about like, damn, man, like dude rolled on me in Northwest Mall. Who you talk about? I gave him a mixtape 10 years ago. Like I think about those things. Or like people this day, like when we first started the whole interview, like people still call me DJ Sunfire to this day, man. I could tell people I don't film no more.
I call you DJ Sunfire.
Like they gonna call me that forever. So like, you know, I think about those things, but now I'm in a space where like I plan things out and I set my goals and I see the future. And then also like I'm also in a stage of my life, man, where like the future is important to me. Like back then, I was young, you know, we just
on the whim,
you know, with girls, drunk, we going to party, we doing whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I do this mixtape or if I do these DVDs, cool. I make some money, cool. But like in my mind, it wasn't the most important thing in the world to me. Like right now, with this film shit, I get up every day and that's all I think about. Like every day,
that's what it is.
What's the next goal?
You right.
Like,
You right.
What did I
you write scripts and shit?
Huh?
You write scripts and shit?
I wrote some ideas, nothing like in depth. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like now, like I tell myself, like, what's the future? what are my goals? What do I want to accomplish? Like, I get up and I think about my daughter and my family. Like, I don't think about going to party and get drunk and shit like that. So, like, in those days when I was doing all that shit, it was fun and cool. And I was creating something that, like, I can look back on now to be like, yo, yeah, I kind of am a pioneer. But I wasn't thinking about that shit back then. That shit wasn't the most important thing in my life. I mean, it was cool and I was making money and people knew who I was. But, like, this film shit is all I care about.
Yeah, real shit, bro.
All
it's still a lane open for you too over there too.
But he ain't gonna let he ain't gonna let you live on that, bro.
I'm gonna do something, man. Don't worry.
You're gonna have to
gotta be done right. That's all.
Level, man.
Yeah, I don't call him every day.
Done right.
Yeah,
that's
all. Every day.
Like, even if it's something music related, it gotta be planned out. I gotta bring the cameras out. I gotta bring the lights out. But you know what I mean? I might have to bring my drone out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta be planned. Like, it's gotta be something that I'm like, yo, like.
You know how to fly the drone?
Huh?
We gonna learn today. You gonna learn today,
we about to have a drone active.
Niggas like, I don't know.
Niggas say if you're not a process. He said if you're not a
process.
No, man. I done crashed it a couple times.
It's all good.
Trust the process.
I got one in here too, man. But some fight, man. On a good note, man.
No, man.
Man, send it out. Let the people know if they want to book you for any of the events, or any film or some content they want to get, man. Let them know where to find you. You know how to reach you.
I'm all over social media, man. Sunfire Films. Everybody in the city probably done seen the logo, man. It's a cartoon picture of my face. You done seen it, even if you didn't know who I was. You saw it. You know, I'm on Facebook, Sunfire Films. I got 2 Facebooks, to be honest with you. No matter of fact, I got a like page of Sunfire Films. But my Facebook pages are Andrew Conyers. And I got another Facebook because I got so many Facebook friends. It's Andrew Walter. They both meet. Instagram is Sunfire Films 1. I got a LinkedIn. I don't even really go on it that much, but you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, man. It ain't hard to find me.
And don't follow him on Instagram because he gonna unfollow you.
Man, it's throwing all kind of shots.
Oh, bro, it was a joke, man. Damn, man. You can't take a joke.
We know it's a joke.
I was just joking, man.
Now, when you deliver, we talk shit. We talk shit every time your delivery be off on your jokes. And when we laugh at your jokes, now
my shit don't be hitting the right way. It's all good, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm gonna shoot him though. It's all
shaking and shit.
Straight up. I post, bro. Like, word.
Real shit, man. But listen, this is the Triple S Show, man. The Steel Shop and Steel Show, man. Like I say, if you want some film done, you want your events captured, you want them moments to last forever, man. My advice to you to get my boy Sunfire Films. 1, that's SUNFIRE FILMS. 1, the number 1 at Sunfire Films on IG. Y'all can check them out. Check out some of the content on Facebook. It's Andrew Conyers. It's our one Facebook. Andrew Walters is another Facebook. Y'all get with the man, you know what I'm saying? He's fair. He is professional, man, and you know, he's been doing his shit for a while. So we've seen the growth. So we vouching here at the Triple S Show, the Steel Shop and Steel Show podcast. So please believe it, man. Yeah, already.
Yeah, man, real quick, man. I appreciate all y'all boys, man. You know, Cuzzo, you know what I'm saying? Beeb, Fly, man, you know what I'm saying? We fam, OV forever, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Yule. R.I.P. Speedo, man.
R.I.P. Speed. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all know how we do at the Triple S Show, the Steel Shop and Steel Show podcast. Check me out on IG at Big Banks 100. That's BIGBANKS 100. Y'all, we appreciate y'all fucking with us. Y'all know it's much love already.
Mr. Thomas signing out at 843-MRTHOMAS. Apology, dog. Fly high, Sam. Fly. We still repping out there.
Already.
I know what it is.
Straight up. Well, Adam boys say, long live Speedo, long live you, Daniel, Kenneth Fly Holmes, man. Brain Food Babies, Food for Thought Entertainment, IG at OTS_Fly. You see me in the liquor store, holler at me. Don't be no bitch ass nigga and just look at me tough, nigga. What's that?
Already.
Only in the liquor store.
Forever.
Only in the liquor store.
Big shit, do it, big shit, do it, big shit, do it, big shit, do it, big shit.